Welcome everyone to this month's full moon reading. This full moon is on the 8th of November. Please remember to watch for your rising sign first, as I'll be covering the houses that this full moon falls in. Then watch for your sun and moon sign, just for the bigger picture, just to give you a bit more in-depth information. Please remember these readings are general readings. They're general messages, so not all of it will apply to you. So just take it as it resonates and then leave the rest. Let's get started. Hello Aries. So this full moon on the 8th of November is in Taurus, an earth sign, and the traits of it is reliability and persistence. It's ruled by Venus, which is about love, beauty and art. Now, the full moon is a time when we get clarification and results from the questions, the intentions that we set at the previous new moon. It's the perfect time for gratitude and forgiveness. Really important practices at the full moon, and it's a time of letting go of what didn't work, what hasn't been working. So those intentions that we set at the new moon, what hasn't come about, how do we need to tweak that? And acceptance. So Aries, it's a great time for just accepting where you are right now, and yeah, just letting go of the rest basically. So it's a quieter time, it's a more reflective time. Now if you're a rising sign Aries, this full moon falls in your I'm going to take those straight away because they obviously wanted to come out. Wow. Aries, you're in this reading. Look at this. This is the full moon in Aries, and this is the cardinal moon, and you are a cardinal sign, Aries. So Aries, this full moon is in your second house if you're a rising sign Aries, which is ruled by Venus, and it influences money, possessions, value, property, all that kind of thing. So very earthly, kind of your resources kind of house, isn't it? Okay Aries, just let me grab the energies and we'll get started. Okay, so your overall energy for this reading, regardless of whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Aries, is the dog spirit, and it's be loyal to what you love. And I love how he's just looking directly at us, and there's no challenge in his eyes. There's no you know, trying to control or trying to influence or anything like that. And this is, what do you love, Aries? And this is not just, you know, it doesn't say who do you love, it says what do you love. You know, sometimes by being clear on what we love, what we want to bring more of into our life, it actually then brings people into our life as well that are aligned with that. But first we kind of need to be clear on, you know, what do we love? What do we want to be loyal to in our life? What dreams do we want to be loyal to? And that's an interesting message for, you know, the full moon. And I'm almost getting the feeling that some of your dreams may not have come to fruition yet. And I'm feeling it's not a time to let go of the dream. It's a time to let go of the time frame you've given yourself, Aries. The deadlines. Or the how it's supposed to become about, like how it's supposed to come about. because I feel this be loyal to what you love. I'm really seeing that as be loyal to your dreams. And I love the kind of I mean, it's not a brooch, but I love the jewel on his third eye. It's like, be loyal to your vision, be loyal to the vision of your life. You know, and just drawing it up close like this, you know, the 19, you know, that's a 10, which is completion in tarot. In numerology, it's a 1 and a 9. It's all about new beginnings. It's all about completion. And I'm wondering if for some of you it's, you know, the letting go, because completion, the ending of cycles, it's really about letting go. And then the new beginnings is really about embracing what is, what's coming. It's, you know, they require two very different energies, Aries. One requires the ability to accept and let go, and the other one requires, so that's the endings, and then the new beginnings require open-mindedness, trust, faith, the ability to dig deep and know that with time, with energy, with vision, we can achieve. I really want to tell you anything, Aries. It might not seem likely or possible now, but that's not to say in the future it won't. And I'm getting this sense of let go of deadlines. Let go of deadlines. They won't serve you, Aries. I just feel like with the justice here, there's just divine timing, this infinity loop, divine timing. Things have to fall into place. Now you have the full moon in Aries, a fiery climax approaches, and you have the cardinal moon, be bold and make the first move. And I really feel this is this energy through and through. It's like a fiery climax approaches. That's the 9 and the 10. That's the completion of a cycle. That's the poof that ends it all. You know, the bang that ends it all, the decision that ends it all. And when I'm saying ends it all, I don't mean ends everything in your life, but what I mean is ends whatever the completion is. And you know, it's that final push that ends the project, and then you can release it. It's that final push that, you know, I'm even being drawn to say that brings a child into the world. That's what this fiery climax is. It's that final push that ends, you know, the analogy of that final push that brings a child into the world, you know, that's the perfect analogy, because that ends the pregnancy cycle. That ends your previous life completely. You were not a parent before, now you are. You know, your life changes completely. That's the energy I'm getting from this. And be bold and make the first move is when this completion happens. You will need to be bold. You'll need to step up. You'll need to step out of your comfort zone. Again, let's go back to the analogy of, you know, the final push and the baby arrives, and then here you have the baby. Now that takes strength and dedication, and it's, you know, as new parents, you need to be bold. You're stepping into the unknown, especially if it's your first. And this is what I'm tying it into, you know. This is a new beginning. There is so many unknowns. So there is a sense of being bold. And, you know, the cardinal moon, cardinal signs are all about the initiation, the initiative, the moving forward, the beginning. You know, you might be stepping into a leadership role. But there really is this sense of, I'm just going to say exactly as it came to me, Aries, it's kind of like out with the old and in with the new. And I know that a lot of people don't like that phrase. I actually quite like it, because they feel that it's just kind of like, oh well, I'm discarding, and then, you know, the grass is greener. I've done my bit here. I've used this energy. I've used these people. I've used this situation. Now I'm off over here. That's not the context of this. Out with the old is, you know, let's go back to the analogy of the pregnancy and that final push to give birth. You know, it's out with the old. You're not pregnant anymore, and it's definitely in with the new. And it's kind of that energy. It's just out with the old because it just doesn't exist anymore. It just can't exist in this new phase. I'm actually going to read the Justice on its own, and then I'm going to read these two tarot together because I think it makes more sense that way, Aries. So you have Justice here, and Justice to me is just about bringing everything into balance. And excuse me, Aries, in your reading, I'm really seeing the balance as in the old and the new. And it's when we release the old that we make way for the new. And that's the balance here. The balance is seeing that we can't have the new in this situation, Aries, because sometimes the new comes in order for us to let go of the old. But for you, Aries, it's the old must be released first, and then the new will come in. And I see justice that is just so plain and true to me. And the sword, you know, holding it up, it's the sword of clarity. I know what I need to cut away. I have clarity in what is coming with me when I move forward and what needs to be left behind. And there's going to be this beautiful balance that comes of that. And you'll just know, Aries. I just feel that once you get really clear, be loyal to what you love, letting go of the rest it's easy. Maybe the letting go part's not easy. Sorry, Aries, I've just been asked to clarify. But the decision making in it is easy. And then we work through the releasing and the letting go, don't we? And these two cards, although I'm not seeing them as, you know, sometimes you turn over those cards and you're like, oh, wow, this is great. It's not that energy, but this is necessary energy, Aries. So allow yourself to go through this process. It's going to be really important. I feel that this Five of Wands is you testing the waters. I know that's probably a funny thing to say with the Five of Wands, but that's the message that I'm getting. Especially with this Two of Pentacles, there are decisions to be made. You know, you've got decisions on what you're leaving behind. What do I really love? And I feel you're testing the waters. You're really asking yourself the questions, and it's not that you're putting yourself to the test in any way, like, you know, you're challenging yourself in any way, though some of you might be. But this is more so like, okay, I think I like this. Why do I like it? Why? You know, you're really digging deep. You're not scared to really ask yourself the question of, you know, do I still love this person in front of me? Do I still love this house that I live in? They're big questions, Aries, on all levels. You're really asking yourself, you know, the big questions that are going to align you with your soul's journey. because there's choices you need to make, and without asking those questions, you're just going to fumble around. You're not going to know how to make them. There's going to be so much indecision. And I also see the Two of Pentacles as there's going to be a time of a bit of struggle, a little bit of juggling and undecisiveness, and I get the feeling that the energy that you're most going to dislike, Aries, because you're quite decisive when you put your mind to things. You like to be kind of like, right, I know what I'm doing. Just get out of my way. I'm going to do it now. And this energy is like, okay, well, now I'm questioning everything that I thought was true about me and about my life, and about more so what I want, what I love. So there's going to be this moment of like, oh, well, I was going to, forge ahead on that, but oh, do I want to? And that's this energy. That's this energy of going backwards and forth. Do I want it? Like, almost like really challenging yourself. Do I want this? And you're not going to let up until you get a definite yes or a definite no. Justice, in a law of court, nobody ever goes, oh, well, maybe. No, it's true or it's false. In this instance, it's going to be true or false for you, Aries. There's going to be nothing in between. A real decisive energy at this full moon for you, Aries. I'm going to leave you with those messages, my friends. Love and light. Take good care of yourself, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.